history is full of firsts.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Many of those firsts shaped our way of life. For 70 years, KPRC Channel 2 has been proud to be pioneers in shaping television and Houston history.
In a state the size of Texas, I hope everyone can enjoy.
Causing the storms Thursday. Minutes before 9 o'clock, the crew's here telling them.
This is the first time in a long they haven't let it. Send us some of your men.
Isn't it good to work for a place that has a sense of history? And indeed it is.
See, taking the president from Spring to College Station following.
If you have something you'd like Channel 2 Investigates to check out, call the tip line at 713-223-TIPS or email investigates@click2houston.com. Live from KPRC, this is Channel 2 News Today.
And breaking news this morning, a SWAT standoff in southwest Houston. SWAT teams have an apartment complex surrounded where an armed man has barricaded himself inside. Coming up, what he's accused of doing.
Also breaking new information on a major crash in Chicago that landed 6 police officers in the hospital. Had the call officers were responding to when that crash happened.
And here in Houston, we're under a dense fog advisory. Look at that. A live look, we think, courtesy of Houston Transtart, Highway 288. Very difficult to see there and many other places. So how long will it last? Will we see sun? When will it rain? All of those questions and many more. Our camera marshal has them.
Yep, got some of them. Some of the answers anyway. The dense fog advisory is until 9. That could be extended. In fact, I suspect it might. And then along the coast, we expect that fog to stick around probably for a couple of 3 days.
It's really thick.
It is thick, and we have a lot of moist air. You probably noticed it's quite warm out there. Here's a shot at the seawall down in Galveston where it's 60 degrees. Yes, 60 degrees with north winds at 6 miles an hour. Kaplan Sinus relief camera shot, which down in the Galleria area don't see much except the top of the building there because of the fog. 60 northwest winds at 3 miles an hour. Here's a shot outside the Channel 2 studios. Normally the Southwest Freeway you could see, can't see much. Oh, there's a little car moving along there. Not much you can see at all. 59 calm conditions there. So warm and muggy, humid start with the fog. Then this afternoon, mostly cloudy. Highs in the mid-70s. And then Monday, staying warm with a slight rain chance. Not as high of a chance for fog at that time, but we will stay along the coast. We'll have that. Look at these visibilities. Columbus and Katy and Houston all at 0. Quarter of a mile in Galveston. Same thing for Liberty and Cleveland. You have a little bit more in Huntsville, and Wharton and Palacios are not bad at either. But the temperatures are all on the warm side there. When you have the temperatures like that as well, with the dew points high and not much in the way of wind, which we don't see much wind here at all, that's why we have those conditions sticking around. All of this area is in that dense fog advisory until 9 o'clock. We'll keep watching that. The hour-by-hour forecast will have us warming up to the mid-70s today, which is not as warm as it's going to be tomorrow. We'll talk about that in our 10-day forecast. Roller coaster ride in terms of temperatures this week ahead, with rain in the forecast too. And that coming up.
All right, Cambrell, thank you very much. Breaking news this morning from Southwest Houston. Now that's where a SWAT standoff is underway now.
Yeah, SWAT teams are surrounding an apartment complex where they say a man is refusing to come out. The complex is on South Drive and Brooklet Drive, and Channel 2's Taisha Walker is live on the scene now with the latest information. Taisha, what can you tell us?
Well, first thing first, this is as close as we can get to the situation for our own safety. It's been pretty quiet for the last several minutes. If you look through the gate, you could see there is a SWAT vehicle. There are people in place here monitoring that apartment. We know that they've been calling out for most of the morning for a man by the name of Noe Estrada to come out of his second-floor apartment. Houston police say they received a call around 3:20 this morning saying Estrada threatened to shoot someone and that he discharged a gun in the air. SWAT teams have been out here trying to negotiate with him since 5:30 this morning. Police believe that he is inside of his apartment alone and still armed. One woman, as she was exiting the apartment complex, tells me that she woke up to a lot of noise and officers surrounding her apartment complex.
The intercom and like knocking, banging and yelling, really though. I mean, because I had my alarm set, but those didn't get me up yet. But that sure did, and I'm wide awake. I'm not sleepy at all.
For the safety of other tenants who live here, police have asked that anyone who lives nearby his apartment to leave, just to make sure that no one else is in any immediate danger. Reporting live in Southwest Houston, Taisha Walker, KPRC Channel 2 News.
Taisha, thank you. Breaking news now out of Chicago. That is where 6 police officers were injured when 2 police SUVs crashed into each other. Happened last night near an intersection in Chicago's west side. One of those police vehicles was unmarked. All 6 officers were taken to a nearby hospital. 5 are said to be in stable condition. 1 is in serious condition. The officers were reportedly responding to an officer needs assistance call at the time of that crash. Well, new this morning, bond has now been set for a former HISD elementary school teacher accused of inappropriately touching a child. Raymond Williams' bail was set at $100,000. The 46-year-old charged with indecency with a child. The incident allegedly happened while he was a teacher at Kashmere Gardens Elementary School.
Mr. Williams, I'm going to set the bail on your case at $100,000 based upon the facts and circumstances involved in the case. I have concerns about community safety that I'm unable to address. There are multiple victims involved.
Williams, by the way, left the school district back in June.
New this morning, a man shot in the leg overnight by suspects police say were wearing clown masks as they tried to rob him. This happened at Texarkana and Woolworth in Northeast Houston. Investigators say the victim was standing outside of a home where a party was going on when a white truck pulled up next to him. The 4 suspects then got out of the truck, told the man to give them his wallet. As the man tried to run back inside, police say he was shot. He was rushed to a nearby hospital and is expected to survive. 70 more cases of new coronavirus infections have been confirmed on the Diamond Princess cruise ship docked in Japan. The total number of infected passengers and crew is now 355. The update comes as American passengers on the ship were told they'd soon get the chance to head back to the United States, but any infected U.S. residents will have to stay behind. And passengers are being warned if they pass up the chance to leave now, they could be stuck in Japan indefinitely.
My initial reaction is anger and frustration, disappointment in my government. I feel like they failed us.
In addition to the infections on the ship, 61 people have been found infected in Japan so far.
The NBA is honoring Kobe Bryant's legacy in a big way. The NBA All-Star MVP award has been permanently named after Bryant. The award will be handed out at today's All-Star game. Until this point, it had not been named after anyone. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver says naming the award after Bryant seemed like the perfect way to honor him.
You know, we're thinking about what the best way is, one of the ways to honor Kobe, and to all of us, it seemed like the appropriate way to bring honor to him.
Bryant was killed, you remember, in a helicopter crash in January. His daughter Gianna and 7 others were also killed.
Massive weather warning out of Mississippi, parts of the state evacuating as historic flooding threatens that area. After days of heavy rains across the south, the Pearl River near Jackson already spilling over its banks, but officials fear it's only going to get worse. Mississippi Governor Tate Reeves has declared a state of emergency and is pleading with residents to get to safety. All this as residents react to the shocking amounts of water threatening their homes.
We haven't seen flood levels like this in the area since 1983. Take care of yourself and your loved ones. Get out while you can. Do not return until officials have determined that it is safe.
Things are starting to float away that are on my porch. You know, looking out from my bedroom window, it looks like I live on the river.
Wow. Officials say it could be close to a week before residents can return to their homes.
Today, NASCAR will run the 62nd annual Daytona 500 in Florida, and this time it will include a lot of extra security. That is because President Trump will be in attendance. As Grand Marshal of NASCAR's biggest race, the president will get to say, "Drivers, start your engines." The president is also expected to make some remarks, and he may even take a lap on the racetrack in the presidential limo, we're told. Another big sporting event happening today involves Houston's newest football team.
The Houston Roughnecks are hitting the field here at home for Game 2 of their inaugural season. The Roughnecks will play the St. Louis Battlehawks this afternoon at 5 o'clock. Tickets to the game at TD-ECU Stadium at the University of Houston, they are still available. The Roughnecks are getting a lot of fans after their impressive win last week against the Los Angeles Wildcats.
We have a busy week ahead when it comes to the race for the White House.
It all leads up to the Nevada caucuses coming up when the Democratic candidates will come together for their 9th debate.
Plus, jurors have a tough decision this week coming up next when they'll begin deliberating the fate of Harvey Weinstein.
This is home.
Welcome back. This morning, we're looking forward to what's happening this week, including 2 big events when it comes to the race for the White House.
But we begin the story with a somber event after a shooting that shocked all of us. On Monday, a memorial service for the Logan family will be held at the River Point Church in Sugar Land, where the father once served as a pastor. Sugar Land police are investigating the family deaths as a double homicide and a murder-suicide. The fate of movie mogul Harvey Weinstein will be in the hands of a New York jury on Tuesday. The 67-year-old has been accused of sexual misconduct by dozens of women going back decades and is on trial now on rape charges, which he has denied. On Wednesday, MSNBC and the Nevada Independent will co-host the 9th Democratic primary debate in Las Vegas, Nevada. Joe Biden, Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, Amy Klobuchar, and Pete Buttigieg have already qualified, and Mike Bloomberg may also qualify for what would be his first debate performance. On Thursday, a longtime associate of the president, Roger Stone, is scheduled to be sentenced on charges of lying to Congress and witness tampering. The federal prosecutors on his case resigned in protest last week after the Justice Department ignored their sentencing recommendations. On Friday, the Nevada caucuses will help determine which Democratic candidates for president will remain in the race to be the party's nominee. Also Friday, the president's latest controversial travel ban is scheduled to go into effect. It'll be a short trading week on Wall Street. The markets will be closed for the President's Day holiday on Monday.
The NBA All-Star Game is tonight.
Some of the best players have been busy showing off their skills, as you know. Last night, a lot of creativity and wow, a lot of good dunks. Well, coming up next, a look at who won that slam dunk contest.
Steak.
It's the biggest event going on tonight, All-Star Game, the Slam Dunk Contest. Last night, Orlando's Aaron Gordon got all 10s for his between-the-legs reverse jam. It was good for a perfect 50 score. Former Houston Rocket Dwight Howard honored Kobe Bryant by putting his number 24 on the Superman logo that he is known for. The former winner of this contest in 2008 took to the skies, and he hammered down a monster dunk. But it was only good for 49 points. It was all right. All right. Miami's Derrick Jones brought the heat, though. He got the finals with a spinning twister dunk there for a perfect 50. Some called it a tornado warning. And then he won the last round with this great dunk after catching a ball off the backboard, spinning around, one-handed slam dunk for another 50. Let's watch it slow-mo. There it is. This is his first ever slam dunk contest win. I think he deserved it.
It was all right.
Little creativity there. Perfect score, right?
I said, God, he's an old man. But he's not really an old man. He's only 35 years old.
Right. I mean, older for the NBA for sure, but he's still got it.
He's been in the league since 2004.
Oh.
So, but he doesn't show it. So good for him. Good for him. Not so good for us. But I got a picture that says it all.
What do you got?
About today. All you got to do is look at Lucy, and you get a sense of what I'm talking about.
Yes, says it all.
Enough said. That's the kind of day we're dealing with. Wendy sends that in, says Lucy's got a lazy Sunday. Lucy's been looking outdoors here. Look outside the Channel 2 studios here. Tower cam shot. And Lucy, that said it all there. 59 degrees, calm conditions. We have calm conditions. We have 100% humidity. That means fog. And yeah, this is the fog advisory area. All of the metro area is advised until 9 o'clock. We're the only ones, pretty much the rest of the state, except for some clouds that are there, not any issues going on there. Here are the visibilities. Quarter of a mile in Galveston, Hobby as well. Liberty, a quarter of a mile. 0 at Bush, Katy as well. Half a mile in Brenham. I just checked the airports. They're not reporting any significant delays, but you need to check your flights just in case. Those that could change from time to time. So right now, temperatures around the area, 58 in Conroe, 59 in Brenham, 58 in Katy. Remember yesterday, we were in the 40s. We were trying to get up to the 50-degree mark. So start out warmer with the dew point close to the actual temperature and the calm winds. That's when we have this chance for fog, and we have that in spades. The calm winds throughout the area and 6 miles an hour. That's not enough to really do much. So that advisory that's in place until 9 could get extended. We'll keep you up to date on that. Stationary front that's right on the northern coast. It's not going to go very far, very fast, except it's going to cause a lot of rain issues for the northern coast. They don't need it. You saw the story about the Mississippi flooding. That's part of an issue that they're going to be dealing with here. Stationary front. We're going to have a front that's going to come through, but it's not going to make it through until Wednesday, Thursday time period. So until then, we're going to be dealing with moist air, warm conditions as well, and some showers that are going to be passing through from time to time, like for tomorrow. Slight chance in the afternoon. Going into Tuesday, this is a broader chance. We increase the rain chance for Tuesday. And then going into Wednesday, they really ramp up as we go into Wednesday evening. Look at all of this coming in. That's all part of the Wednesday, Thursday schmutz period here going forward. That's going to be moving out later on Thursday, giving us some clearing going into Friday and Saturday before we have more rain on the following Monday. So keep that in mind as you make your plans going forward. As far as rain amounts, not a lot of coverage expected here. Going through Thursday and Friday, the coverage not expected to be maybe about 2 inches. That's cumulatively for the whole week. So this area can handle that. Highs of 76 today. Not expecting any rain. It's going to look very gloomy. Not going to be much in the way of sunshine. Just know that between today and tomorrow, those temperatures go up almost to 80 degrees. The Wednesday, Thursday time period, 40 to 60%. Could go up in that rain chance going up, but you notice the temperature differences from Tuesday 78 to Wednesday 60, high of 60, and then 52. So we will definitely know that winter is back. Coming up this morning on Houston Newsmakers, Pastor Mia Wright is getting ready for her 20th annual Metamorphosis Conference, which is a continuation of God-inspired passion to empower women.
Just teaching women how to walk out their change, what their desires are, to focus on something, to find something better for their lives, and then drive their actions and activities towards that became really a driving passion for me.
A lot of passion for that, certainly. The conference is on with the empowerment of women as a goal. We'll talk about that on Houston Newsmakers coming up this morning at 10:30.
Only a couple of hours away. Thanks, Cam Brown. As he likes to say, Friday, you will remember, we hope, was the day for love.
And the weekend of love, right? Valentine's Day weekend. There's more love to go around. Take a look at this spread. Coming up next, a few ideas on some great food for you and your loved ones. We'll be right back.
NBC.
Stalks on it.
Yeah, it's not an onion. It looks like
fennel. Fennel.
We're learning a lot.
We're talking. He thought this was an onion. Look at this. Good morning, everyone. We have a crab cake cocktail. This is jumbo crab.
Jumbo
It
crab.
comes out of the claw, the most tender part, with heirloom tomatoes and a touch of salmon roe. Let's get some. I love these little red because they pop in your mouth, and it's just wonderful. Let's get some sea salt on this, a little bit of pepper, right? And then there you go, and then a little bit of dill there. And that is a wonderful little cocktail that you can have on your, you can make it ahead of time. You do a little olive oil and garlic, you know, I mean, you know, now here we have a salad.
Okay.
This salad has golden beets over here, heirloom tomatoes, and fennel, roasted fennel. And we've tossed it up a little bit here, and we're gonna put some goat cheese.
Goat cheese.
And some pistachio nuts. Pistachio is wonderful, right?
Dill?
No dill. We did that before. Put this in there. Now this is olive oil and vinegar with just a dab of wasabi to give it that little, you know, just without fear. There you go. That's it. And you just toss it around a little bit. And there you have this wasabi. You know, you like Japanese food? I love it. I'm a wasabi nut. I love it. Oh my God, you ever? So that's a beautiful salad, and it goes great with the golden beets. And the golden beets don't stain like the red beets do. You know, the red beets, they leave just red everywhere. Here we have halibut, and this is a beurre blanc sauce, except that it's not black, it's golden. And
what is a beurre blanc sauce?
Well, it's white butter sauce. It's a French sauce. It's a classic sauce. It's one of the standard sauces, but this is made with saffron. And what we do here, we put a little salmon on top.
Salmon.
Yeah, because you know this is fun. Look at the colors. That's pretty. That's real pretty. That's real pretty. And then over here,
the steak.
No, this steak is not just any steak. It comes all the way from Argentina. Ooh. Yeah, and this is, and over there they slaughter their cattle younger.
Yes,
about 1,000 pounds instead of 1,500 pounds. So the primal cuts are smaller. So we get them small, but we cut them really thick. So it's smaller in size but thicker. And just give you an idea. Look at this. You know, and this is 100%.
Wow.
100% grass-fed. In the United States, 100% grass-fed. The last 2 months are allowed to be grain-fed. But this is 100%. Hormone-free, organic, and young, and delicious. And this is Angus. Angus. Straight up Angus from Scotland. That's right. In Argentina.
From Scotland to Argentina to our plate, to this show, to you. You can find it at El Mesón at 2425 University Boulevard in the Rice Village. And remember, as you prepare your food, without fear.
I like that. I like that.
You can find all of this in a replay of the segment online at click2houston.com after the show. It'll be posted under the community section of the website. We'll be right back.